Okay, I'm recording. Allie, you are ready. I guess you start? I don't know.
I guess I'll intro? Okay. Welcome, everybody, to our Discord tutorial. We're going to teach you how to use Discord if you've never heard of the app before. And with me are my fellow Mythos and Inc. staff members, Kyle Raj.
Hello, I have no idea what Discord is. I've never done anything on the computer before.
It's okay, Kyle. We're going to walk you through it.
Okay, good.
And also Emma Scrometta is here as well.
Hello.
Yay.
I own a computer, so I'm a step ahead of Kyle.
Oh,
Yep.
Oh man.
I don't know how Kyle is recording without his computer. He's magic.
Magical.
Okay, so to first get Discord on your computer,
Right.
you're going to go to discord.com.
So how do you spell Discord?
It's right on the screen there, Kyle.
Okay, so
C-I-S-C-O-R-D.
C-H-O-R-D. No, that's not right.
Wow, this is going to be a treat.
Yes, totally. Okay, discord.com. So I've gone there.
And then you will download it. Kyle has already downloaded it, so he doesn't need to do it again. It's very easy. You download it. It'll walk you through how to install it. Then once you have it installed, and it may look a little bit different if you're using your phone.
I have a question.
Okay.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
What is Open Discord?
That means open the app. Is that going to open it on a browser?
Yeah.
Looks like it's opening it in your browser, which you can also do. I recommend opening the app on your computer once it's installed, because I find sometimes, depending on what browser you're using, it can do funny things.
Oh, see, and that's interesting because I've exclusively been using Discord on my browser, so this actually is going to be a tutorial.
Yeah, but see, Emma, that's why you have problems with it sometimes.
I'm going to go download the app.
Great. Okay. All right. What's next?
So you can download it on your phone as well, but we're doing desktop. So now, Kyle, you're going to open the app on your computer, not in your browser.
Open the app on my computer, not on my browser. Okay, so I'm going to go through here, right there.
Find it on there. It is. This is what Discord looks like. And Kyle has opened it right to the Mythos and Inc. server. Yay. Which, how you get this on your Discord is there will be a link to it on our website, which you will have in the information portion of this video.
So I've pasted the link into a web browser so I can click it and people can see what'll happen. So if I click that, so I guess I click continue.
Yeah. So it'll basically open it up for you.
Yay!
Now, this all looks very giant and confusing if you've never used Discord before. And what is all this stuff? Don't worry, we're going to walk you through it. Now, on the left-hand side of the screen, Kyle has a bunch of servers that he is a part of. So you will not have all of these on your screen. You will, if you're just installing it now, you will probably have nothing. There's lots of other servers you can join, but we're talking about ours. So once you go to the link, you will see the little squid icon on the left-hand side if you clicked the link earlier to join the Mythos and Inc. server. So you click on that, and then you will be in our server, and you'll see all these strange things. So we're going to walk you through it. So on the left-hand side here, you see a start here header.
I see it
right there.
I see it right there. I got it.
So that is a category with a bunch of channels underneath it, which is what those little hashtag things are, those hashtag titles.
Oh.
So you're on the first one automatically, which is welcome. And there's a little welcome message from me. Welcome to the Mythos and Inc. Discord server. We are a small publisher of sci-fi and fantasy books, and this is the place for sci-fi and fantasy fans to unite. So if you're a reader, writer, editor, or book blogger, this will be a cool channel for you to join.
Okay. What's this?
Then at the bottom there,
what's this right here?
That is my little icon. Kind of like on Facebook or Twitter, you can have your own little profile image there. So mine's a little dragon nom-nomming cookies.
Okay. As we go down, what are the rest of these?
Okay, hang on. We're not done from the welcome.
Oh, we're not even done welcome yet? Oh my goodness.
There's another message below there from our little bot. You can install bots on Discord. You don't need to worry about how that works. That's back-end stuff. That you're automatically given the role of reader when you join. But you can also assign yourself a role of writer, which will give you access to a couple different channels, or the role of editor, which will allow you to post in a certain channel you wouldn't be able to otherwise. So Kyle, are you a writer?
Yes.
So you're going to click on the pencil.
This one here?
Yeah, and assign yourself the role of writer. And then if
Wait,
you were
it went
an
to 3.
editor,
why did it go to 3?
I also clicked on the pencil.
Emma also clicked on the pencil. So now we have 3 writers in our channel. Yay.
Yay!
And then you would show up on the right-hand side of the screen. It's showing all our members of this.
Right.
What's the word?
Channel.
Discord.
Server.
Channel, not channel. Server. That's the word. Server.
Discord server. It says right here.
Now, because Kyle and Emma are also staff is like the highest role you can have. So that's what they're showing up as. You always show up as. So you're not showing up as a writer here because you also have a higher level than that. But if you click writer, there will be a writer category that shows up on the right-hand side, and then you will be under it.
Yay!
And if you're an editor, and that means a book editor where you're actually paid to edit books, you can click the pen, and that'll let you post in a certain channel that we will go into in a minute. So that's roles, which are cool. And then we go down to rules, which is the next little channel there.
Ooh.
So here's a bunch of rules for just being a part of this server, and most of them are, they're all straightforward. Be kind, be respectful, no offensive content, etc., etc. So you can read through those on your own time.
Okay.
Next is how to navigate.
Ooh. Whoa.
This is information about all our channels and what they are. And you can go and read through this. It's basically summarizing what I'm going to tell you in this video. So you can go through and read it on your own time. At the top, it says, here's an intro video for how to use Discord. That's the video recording right there right now.
That's what we're doing now.
So there will be a link there to this video. But we can move on.
It'd be so crazy if the video was already done and we're making that. It's like this weird videoception thing that we're doing. It'd be great.
We're not that sci-fi.
Okay.
Fortunately. Okay. Next channel. Introduce yourself.
Ooh. Okay.
You can actually post in this channel. The other channels are just informational. You can't post in there. This one is your place to say, I am a banana. Yes. So Kyle could say, hey, I'm Kyle. I write fiction about robots. And also state your favorite mythical creature when you introduce yourself. You're being so funny. What's your favorite mythical creature, Kyle?
Oh man, that changes so often. It can usually depend on what I'm reading. I'm enthralled with sea creatures right now, so I think just the general Leviathan.
Kraken, Leviathan.
Yeah,
very good.
Kraken would have been like a month ago.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there's Emma's post.
And Leviathan.
The dragon, because she's.
So I hit enter, and my sentence isn't really a good sentence because it doesn't really indicate what I wanted it to say.
Well, good news, Kyle. You can go in and edit.
I can?
What you wrote.
How do I edit?
So highlight your little statement there, and if you go to the right, there's a pencil.
Okay.
Edit, and then you can change it.
Ah.
And my favorite mythical creature. Yes, perfect. And then click save.
Save here?
Yep. And now you updated that there. Perfect. Okay, so this is our introduction channel. Next channel is called Meet the Staff. Only Kyle, Emma, and myself, and a couple of other staff will be able to post in here because this is our introductions about ourselves. You get to meet us, learn more about us. There's nothing in here yet because we haven't posted those, but they will be there. You'll be able to learn more about us in that channel. Next channel is Mythos News. This is also, you can't post in here, but you can go in here and see all the upcoming books that we're publishing and events and news about Mythos and Ink if you're interested. If you're not interested, then just ignore this channel. We don't, we don't discriminate. You should be interested.
Well, I would think if they are interested enough this far to join the server, they're probably interested enough to see some of the things we have going on.
You're gonna like what we are publishing too. It's we've got a graphic novel coming up. We got a fantasy novel coming up. It's gonna be great. And then there will be like giveaway announcements and stuff in there too. So I highly recommend that you.
So if for no other reason than free stuff, you should keep your eye on this channel.
We will shamelessly bribe you to look at this channel. Got it.
All right. Now the next category is the reading category. Everyone who joins the channel has access to this because you are all automatically given the reader roles. We assume if you're joining a channel about books that you like to read. So the first channel here is Am Reading. So if you click on there, this is where you post what sci-fi and fantasy book you're reading right now. But reminder, keep spoilers to a minimum. If necessary, use the spoiler tag. Kyle is currently reading What Will Not Last, and it's so amazing when spoiler, etc. The Watcher.
Yeah, I'm getting there.
Yeah.
My fingers move faster than.
So this is a fun place to discuss what books you're up to reading. Next channel is Book Club info.
Book Club!
Yay!
Mythos and Ink has a book club. Not all the time, but occasionally we will read a book together. Last book we read was All Systems Red by Martha Wells, which is about a murder bot that doesn't actually murder people, and it's wonderful. So here, you can't post in this section, but this will be the announcements of here's what book we're reading, here's the reading schedule, here are questions. Then in the next channel, called Book Club Discussion, is where you can post all your answers and discuss the book that we're reading together. And weigh in on what book we want to read next, perhaps.
Okay.
Cool.
Next channel is book reviews. You cannot, unless you are a book blogger approved by us. So this is a cool channel you can go to see sci-fi and fantasy book reviews by actual book bloggers who read these books and review them all the time for readers like us. So this is going to be really cool. So you can see, often book reviewers will do new books. They will get advanced copies, and so you can see what's coming up and what looks interesting to you and put them on your to-read list.
And if you are a book blogger, let us know so that
That's
we
right.
can post here.
And then you can post in here.
Awesome.
Next channel is cover art.
Yay!
I added this channel because I just love looking at book cover art and discussing like why this is a good cover for this genre, or just like look at this great artist and the cover art that they did. So you can post lovely cover arts that you like. Okay, so that is the reading category. Any questions about that?
No, I think that's pretty self-explanatory. How often do book clubs happen? Are they regular? Are they...
I don't have a planned schedule for that yet, so stay tuned for announcements in the book club info channel.
I know where announcements are. That would be in Mythos News or the book club info
channel. Or the book club info channel. That is correct.
Yeah.
It'll be basically, it'll depend on demand, how many people are interested in the book club.
So if you would like to demand a book club, post in book club discussion and demand it.
That's right. Be like, I demand to read this book. Okay, the next channel is writing. You will only be able to see this channel if you have given yourself the writer role.
Which
up in the welcome.
Did in welcome by clicking the pencil. Okay.
Correct. So first we have a general discussion. So this is where writers can just chat about anything related to writing here. Whatever you want. You just want to vent about how hard writing it is, go for it. There are lots of people who will agree with you. There you go. The next channel is M Writing. This is where you can say, hey, I'm writing for an hour and I just want other people to know to keep me accountable. And if anyone else is writing, let me know so I don't feel so alone, because sometimes it's nice to know that someone else is doing that too. And you can say, hey, I made it. My goal is 1,000 words in 2 hours or 1 hour. There you go. Kyle just posted an example.
1,000 words an hour. I don't think I could do that.
Yeah, 200 words. Whatever your goal is, whatever you want. So that's the I Am Writing channel. Then we have a world building channel. This is one of my favorites. If you love world building discussion, or if you have questions about the world that you're making and want people to bounce ideas off of, you can post in here. And you can tag people with the world builder role, and just to tag someone, you type the @ sign, and then there you will see all the roles that you can tag. You can tag a specific person, or you can tag a role. So if you want to talk to the world builders, you say @world builder, what do you think about blank for my story? That's, yeah, literally not what I meant. That's fine. I like this because I often bounce off ideas with friends about world building. I'll be like, hey, I have this guild of sorcerers in my world, and what do you think about blah, 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 whatever.
I love channels like this. I love the ability to have that discussion, and for me, just as somebody to weigh in, when I'm reading, I can tell the difference between a world that is rich and thought out to the one where it's just they're just writing the surfacey stuff to get by. And I love exploring the richness of worlds, even if it doesn't come into your writing. And so I love bouncing those ideas off of people.
So Kyle brings up something interesting. I know several people who love world building and love these discussions, but aren't super big into writing themselves. Like, they just want to have these discussions. So if that is you, if you participate in this channel, you will gain the world builder role, and then people can tag you and ask your advice and stuff. Also, if you are a writer and love world building and love participating in these discussions, you can also get the world builder role. Next
What's
channel?
monthly challenge?
The monthly challenge. This is one of my favorite places because I get to challenge everybody. Once a month, we have usually it's a flash fiction challenge. So I will post a prompt, and then that will be posted in this channel, and then you go to the next channel, challenge responses, and you post your response. And it's usually a flash fiction within, I think, 500 words. Sometimes I'll do less, 200 words. And then you can write your story and post it here and see other people's responses to the challenges. And it's really neat to see how everyone interprets them differently and the creativeness that comes out of that. Next, we have writing prompts. This is a fun challenge. If you type !, writing prompt into this channel, our little friendly bot will give you a nice little prompt for your story.
Ooh,
so
like
Emma wrote it in, and she got, every so often, people have to empty their dream catchers.
Ooh, I love that.
Kyle wrote it in, and he got, you sat down on a Sunday afternoon to reread your favorite book, only when you opened it up, the book had totally changed.
Ooh.
So you can get a prompt in there. You won't be able to spam this. If you try writing it again, it'll say you can't. You need to wait a minute. So no cheating, in other words. You get your prompt and you use it.
Should set it for an hour. It's like, no
I
way.
I could set it for longer, yeah. Next is writing contests. So this is not contests that well, there might be some we promote, but this is just, if you find a cool contest that's for sci-fi and fantasy, post it here. Let other people know. So I there's an example in there of how to format it. So you put the name, the deadline, who can apply, word count, genre, entry fee, and link. So this is just like, let's share information of contests we know, and you are responsible for determining whether the contest is legitimate or not. We don't, I mean, we'll try to monitor it as best as we can, but there are lots of not legitimate contests
predatory
out there.
contests. Yes.
Yeah. And final channel is writing tips. So this is where you share tips and blog posts on craft here. So we will be sharing posts that the Mythos and Ink blog has, which is all about writing advice. And if you read something cool and you find it really helpful, you can post it there. That is the writing channel. Next is the publishing category. You also can only have access to this category if you have tagged yourself as a writer, because we don't assume readers are necessarily interested in this stuff. But if you're a writer, you might want to post in the querying channel.
Yay!
Which means you are either trying to get a publisher or an agent interested in your work. You're sending out query letters. Post your woes and success stories here. Let people know you're querying. Let them know your fears so they don't feel so alone, because this is scary for everybody. The next channel is marketing. This is where you talk about what happens after your book is published. If you're self-publishing, you are responsible for all your marketing. And even if you're not, you still tend to do a fair bit as an author. So if you're interested in that, our expert marketer, Kyle, is part of this channel, and I'm sure he would be happy to answer some questions and give advice if you like.
Absolutely.
Then the next channel is Ask an Editor. So this is where you can ask an editor questions about writing, publishing, or anything in between. And anyone who has tagged themselves as an editor can put answers in the Editor Answers channel, which is the next one. So readers and writers won't be able to post in here, but if you're an editor, you will be able to respond to questions here.
Okay.
Next section is the Manuscript Swap. This one has a lot of pinned posts in it because there's some rules about how to ask for a manuscript critique. So you can post your story in here. It'll be up for 30 days. And then if someone replies that they're willing to swap with you, basically you do not post your manuscript here. Don't post any of your writing here. You can arrange in a DM with that person instead. So Kyle, do you want to demonstrate how to DM somebody?
Ooh, okay. How do I do that?
You go over to the right where Emma's name is. You should be able to, I think it's right click, and there you can message just her.
Yay!
Oh, okay. So I right click message, and it takes me to a whole different screen. And then if I want to send her a manuscript via DM, how do I do that?
So you can say, hey, Emma, thanks for being willing to manuscript swap. Here's my manuscript. And then you would attach a file by the little plus icon there. You can attach it there.
I'll send her an audio file.
Upload, and then she will receive it. Then she can send you her comments back.
That may or may not be background noise.
Very windy. Good critique, Emma. Now, if you go back to the channel,
okay.
There are guidelines on how to give a critique. So just if you've never done this before, here are some instructions on how to give a good critique and how to receive one. And also note, don't DM people if they have not said they're okay with it. That's just bad protocol.
How do I find this post with all of the guidelines that people keep talking in the channel?
Yeah.
Good question, Emma. So all of these posts are pinned posts, but that does not mean they will stick at the top of the page like pinned posts normally mean. It actually means you have to go up to the right to that little pin icon and click on it, and you will see the pinned messages there. So these posts might disappear as more people post in this channel, although because the Manuscript Swap channel will be kept pretty clean because your posts are deleted after 30 days, it will probably be easy to still see them at the top of the page. But for other channels where you may lose the pin messages, that is how to go see them. The little pin icon.
Cool.
Next channel is self-promotion, where you can post about the book you published or your blog or whatever, or how amazing you are. However, you can only post here if you are a Mythos and Ink Patreon. Not Patreon, patron. Yes. So that's just a little bonus that we give our patrons for supporting us. Mm-hmm. So you can go to patreon.com/mythos and ink to support us. You can either become a squid, a kitsune, or what's our third one? Griffin. Those are our 3 patron tiers. And you'll see they have little different bonuses under there that you get for...
What's a kitsune?
It's a fox with 9 tails. Kitsune. They're amazing. That might be my favorite mythical creature. I don't know. It's hard to pick.
And even if you're not a patron, check out this channel just to see what other people in the group are doing.
Yep.
Okay.
Next category is voice channels.
Oh.
So everything previous has been text. However, Discord also has the opportunity to chat via voice. In fact, that's kind of what it was originally made for. It was originally made for gamers, which it's an excellent platform for that, as Kyle and I can attest to, since we are gamers. So if you want to actually go and chat with somebody, how a voice channel works is you double click on it and you will appear underneath there, and that means you are now in that voice channel.
Okay.
So Kyle's in there. Kyle's by himself. So sad. So if other people, oh, there's Emma, yay! If other people click on it, they will appear in there, and then you can chat together.
Oh, wow. I'm getting quite the echo.
Yeah, so you can you can exit it out of it if you want.
How
to.
did the call go?
It was great. Okay. So if you want to chat with other people, you can go in there. Discord is my favorite place to chat because you can actually control the volume of other people. So if like someone's just super loud in your chat, like not necessarily they're a super loud person, although that may be, but if their volume is just whatever, you can actually right click on their name and put them down to like 50% instead of 100%.
Here,
whatever.
Emma, why don't you come into the general chat and then I'll play with that.
Okay, we'll show what that looks like. So there's Emma. She's just so loud, that Emma.
Very
turn
loud.
her down. You can even turn her down all the way to 0%, then you can't hear her
now
at all.
I'm hearing her through our recording.
Yeah.
But I'm not hearing her through Discord.
You can't escape me.
Can't
So
escape me.
you can also mute a person, invite them to a server, etc. So you can also call each other privately. So if Kyle, you right click on Emma, you can go call. So that's just like private.
Whoa.
Emma.
Ooh, that was really loud.
So that is different than being in the chat room. Chat room? What do you call these?
Voice channel.
Voice channel.
Voice channel. But if you're in the voice channel, more than 2 people can be a part of the call. And I guess the main thing is that other people can see you're there. And so they can be like, oh, there's someone in general chat. I'm going to drop in there and see what they're talking about and chat about writing or whatever they're talking about. Just introduce yourself and you can say, you know, I'm not super talkative, but I'd like to just like listen for a bit. It's fine. I don't know. What would you guys suggest about proper etiquette for
Yeah, I'd say just join the channel and introduce yourself. Also, if you're in a voice channel already and somebody logs on and joins the chat and says they're new, be welcoming, and we want to make a community. So everybody here is welcome in the voice channels, and we want everybody to participate. So be friendly, and yeah, like Allison said, if you don't feel comfortable going into voice right away, you can go into the chats first and get to know people over text before talking.
There is a little sound that'll happen when someone new joins the channel. So often when someone joins, other people will say, "Hey, who's this?" kind of thing. So that could be a nice invitation to say, "Hey, I'm so and so." Or sometimes though, people will be like in mid conversation, and you have to wait for a little bit of a break and then be like, "Hey, I'm so and so." I do recommend saying something and not just joining and like not saying anything, because that can be a little bit, I don't know, awkward for the people who are like, who's in here listening to us talking. So then there's a second voice channel called M Writing. So that's for if you want to actually like be in a call with someone while you are writing, you can go to the M Writing channel. You could maybe say in the M Writing text channel, hey, I'm gonna be writing for the next hour, and I'm gonna be in the M Writing voice channel if anyone wants to join me.
It's probably gonna be a little bit less chatty in the M Writing voice chat, more a little quieter.
Yes.
Than the general chat.
And if Mythos and Ink is ever hosting like a specific event, we might do a world building session or something, you may see new voice channels popping up because we can add those. So, hey, this is for our world building session on this date or whatever. You also may see new text channels popping up as we find the need for them, or the call for them. If you're like, oh man, I really want a unicorn chat under reading, you can go and suggest that in the next area that we're going to talk about, the next category, which is administration. Ask the admins. You can post here anything to do with this channel. If you're confused about anything, if you got any questions, if you have any suggestions, and are like, hey, I really want a voice channel for this topic, we will most likely be happy to add that for you. Kyle deserves a gift card, or that kind of thing. Everything else under administration you will not see, because those are for staff only. That's just like where we have our weekly meetings and great ideas that we have tabled and finance stuff and things that you do not need to have access to. So you will just see and ask the admins channel there that you can post it. And that is our Discord server.
Yay!